Hey YouTube, sorry I haven't made any videos for a while. Been doing other things. If you look at the weather, it's been dry for a good month or so, so I've just been cycling, my main passion, and not doing much with the Jag. However, still got some stuff to do. One thing I've done since I've had the car is an oil change. Probably should get it done at the dealership, but then it's only done 5,000 miles since its last oil change at the dealership. So I thought if I do it myself, and then we can take it down there once it's done 10,000 miles, or next year I suppose. The last Jag we had, I bought like an oil suction pump, and you put it in a tube that's in the middle of the oil filler cap, and this one's got one too, but I don't have that pump anymore. So instead of getting one of them, I'm just gonna take the under tray off, drain it out, place the oil, yeah, it's peace of mind really. Plus, 0.20. The specific oil that they look for is feels like there's a bit of profiteering, if I'm honest, because it costs that much more to have the Jaguar certification, but we've got it anyway, so there we are. Got it attached up at the moment. I get the under tray off and the oil filter out. I'm going to see how so I can really bring you in here. By far the easiest way to do this job is in here. You see that little pipe there? You just attach a hose to it and use this big pump. Sucks all the engine oil out. It's definitely the easiest way. The last Jag we had, it didn't have a sump plug, so that was the only option. However, if I bring you in here, that's the under tray. Zoom out a little bit. Got that off. It's only a few bolts, easy peasy. And then under here, you have the sump plug right there. It's a bit warm at the moment. Just put that off, and the oil comes out. So we'll do that for a minute. And once we've done that, the oil filter is that one there. We take that off, place the filter, put some plug back in, fill it with oil, easy peasy. So wow, it is hot today. Just removing the oil filter, I am absolutely boiling. The engine, I got it up to temperature before I did the job, and it's roasting. There's the thing removed, but it's too hot to touch even. And yeah, I've taken it off now, but the only thing I've noticed is the new one. It doesn't look as good quality. I assume this has been done by the Jaguar dealership, so I should probably have bought a genuine Jaguar one. However, you know, we're only doing it for 5,000 miles. Looks like it's going to do the job. Built by Fabi. Looks to be exactly the same one. So yeah, that'll be fine. So I'll whip that in now and put the sump plug back on, and then fill it with oil. So just thought I'd have a quick chat about this job in general. I've looked online, and you get some vastly different prices for this oil. Everywhere it says to use this 0.20, but also it says to use an oil that's approved by Jaguar. If we look here, Jaguar Land Rover engine specification, and this C5, which is, I'm assuming all of this Castrol's 0.20 C5, the titanium edge, whatever it is all the same, except not all of them say that on it. I think it's I think they just make different prices for what car you've got, because it seems like to get the stuff that's approved by Jaguar, it costs a lot more. I mean, I saw prices of this, which is 4 litres, bear in mind you need 7.2, as much as like £60. So that way you'd be looking at 2 of these, £120 just for the oil. And to get the oil done at the dealership, last time I checked, was only £200. There's absolutely no point in doing this yourself, because a car of this value needs to have a stamp in the book, something to prove that the oil's been changed. Now, personally, I think that's every 10,000 miles for certain, and then the interim ones, do them yourself. And I'm just looking at the oil, and it smells quite strong of petrol. So I guess it definitely needs changing. I mean, some people say as little as 3,000 miles, which that sounds like a little bit low, depending on how you're driving it, I suppose. If you're doing track use only, then there's probably an argument for doing it less than that, but 5,000 miles is probably fine. And seeing as I got a very good deal on this oil, I managed to get this one here for 40, I think it's about 40 pounds, 45 pounds. So a pair of them, 90 pounds, plus the oil filter, about 15. So you're looking at about 100 pounds, which is half price getting it done at the dealership. I've got the receipts for it, and I think that's as good as anyone really needs to see when looking into the history of the car. I'd be happy to see that personally. Let me know what you think. I mean, was I wasting my time? Should I have just taken it to the dealership, paid an extra £100, got that stamp that's always there? Would that add more value? Who knows? I mean, the Jaguar says to do it every year, but what if you're only doing a few hundred miles? It's probably not worth paying £200 on an oil change just for 200 miles. The same with, you're probably not doing 10,000 miles a year in a car like this, so is it worth doing it every year? Who knows? Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Should you bother doing this? This car's too expensive to not have it. Am I wasting money because it doesn't add any value to the car, or is it just peace of mind? Let me know. I've put everything together now. I'm just going to fill it up with oil, and the job will be done. It's not that difficult. Probably only 20 minutes for someone who's done this a lot. But there we are. So final part of doing the oil change is to reset the service light. Bit of a strange one on this one. Just looked it up. I think I know how to do it, so let's do it together. First of all, we've got the bonnet open, driver's door open, ignition on, and then we're going to put our foot on the accelerator pedal and the brake at the same time. Hold them down. There we are. Service resetting. Service counter reset. That's all there is. Very simple, especially considering how hard some of these cars are with the random array of service procedures. Anyway, that's all done. Got new oil. We have to drive it to check the level, but we put the right amount in, and there we are. Another video done. Can't see us making many more videos on the Jag for a while. I did want to make a video explaining exactly how much the car cost and what the repairs cost, and was it worth it? Should I just bought an F-type, an older one with higher miles, or should I? I mean, obviously we got a lot more car for our money, but we could have just gone and bought one that someone else had repaired and not spend any time doing it. Might have been, which is obviously another option, but one thing I was worried about was then I'd have to take the car apart and figure out what was replaced, what wasn't, make sure everything was done properly. So this way around, at least we knew what was broken, we repaired it. Am I completely confident in driving around in a car that's already been in an accident? I guess it's on a case-by-case basis, isn't it? And really you need to know what damage it had and what had been repaired. Most people got some value from saying that you can fix cars yourself, but it's not an easy task to do. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one.